CHYM 96.7 presents the John Tesh Radio Show. Intelligence for your life.
Welcome back to the John Tesh Radio Show. Here's some great health tips. If you want to keep your brain sharp as you age, experts say make your legs more powerful. Researchers from King's College London recruited nearly 400 twins ages 43 to 73 and tested different factors, including leg power and speed, and then retested 10 years later. I love the results of this. The researchers found that leg strength was a better predictor of brain health than any other lifestyle factor looked at in the study. Generally, the twin with more leg strength at the start of the study maintained their mental abilities better and had fewer age-related brain changes than the twin with weaker legs, the study found. Wow.
The John Tesh Radio Show. Intelligence for your life.
And coming up, kids can have a hard time articulating how they're feeling, but you can get a sense of their emotional state by just looking at the things they draw. This happens with my grandkids. I'm going to have tips for analyzing their artwork, according to child psychologist Dr. Christopher Hastings. That's next. This is CHYM 96.7, and I'm John Tesh.
Okay, heads up, aunts and uncles and parents and grandparents. Kids can have a hard time articulating how they're feeling. So a good way to get a peek into a child's psyche is to see what they're drawing. Now, we actually used this technique years ago when we went to Sri Lanka after the devastating tsunami of 2004. Working with child development experts, the local kids drew images of the destruction as a way to express their fears. But there doesn't have to be a life-altering event for kids to reveal to us how they're thinking and feeling through their artwork. You just have to know what to look for. Here are some examples according to child psychologist Dr. Christopher Hastings. For example, and you'll be able to see your childhood in this as well, kids who draw rainbows and yellow suns are generally happy and secure. That makes sense, right? But when kids draw a partial sun, like in an upper corner or covered with clouds, it could indicate some degree of anxiety or depression. It's a sign that they're feeling protective and they don't feel comfortable revealing themselves completely. And then kids who draw monsters or vampires, well, they might want to be seen as powerful and intimidating. Dr. Hastings says you'll be more likely to find out what's up if you avoid asking questions and simply say, "Tell me about this monster." Another clue into your child's mental state, how they draw houses. Kids who draw a path to the door are often outgoing and open to meeting new people, while a house without a path may mean they want more privacy. And a house full of windows could mean they're hoping others will see what's happening inside. This is deep, right? And then pay attention if your kid uses one color for everything, especially shades of gray. That could indicate color blindness or even neurological problems, and you should take them to the pediatrician.
Online at intelligenceforyourlife.com.
And coming up, no matter where you work or what you do during the day, get to a window, or better yet, outside for at least 30 minutes a day, even if it's cloudy. I'll tell you why the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine says that's the number one way to get a good night's sleep. I'll share their data on this next. CHYM 96.7. Listen on your smart speaker or chimefm.com. I'm John Tesh. So we had a recent post on facebook.com/John Tesh, and it said, no matter where you work, get to a window for at least 30 minutes a day. The Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine says the more exposure you get to natural light, even if it's cloudy, the better you'll sleep at night. In fact, workers in offices with windows average 47 more minutes of sleep per night than those with little or no exposure to natural light. The light regulates your circadian rhythm, so your body knows when it should be awake and when it should be asleep. That way, you fall asleep more easily. No window? Go outside for lunch or sit by a window. And if you don't get a lunch break, get a lamp and stick a bulb in it that says it provides natural light. So we got some comments I wanted to share about this, like this one from Kathy Beckley. She says, I work in a hospital unit, John, that has windows on one side and rooms with no windows on the other. We frequently will move patients over to the rooms with windows because they're less confused and they sleep better. That's awesome. Thank you, Kathy. Tiffany Becerra writes, there's a window by my cubicle. I'm going to open the blinds more. And Lori Stafford says, no wonder I don't sleep well. I get no natural light all day. Thank you guys for your comments.
Intelligence for your life.